All right, this is going to take so much effort to get what I've got wrote down spilled out to you. But basically, if you follow me enough, you've noticed, let's just be honest, a lack of content. So it's one of those, I know nobody personally, honestly cares, but I just feel like I owe an explanation to who that does care. So that's what I'm going to try to get out across real quick. And there's some of the stuff that I'm going to elaborate more in another video. But for now, I'm just going to touch bases on what's going on, where I've been, what I'm doing, that kind of thing. Hopefully you'll stick to the end. I'll kind of show you where everything's at. I guess I'll give you that treat of you wondering where this Jeep went or where this Jeep's at, or yeah. So straight to it. Let's just get straight to it, not run around the bush. Basically, Thanksgiving of 2022, somebody mentioned starting social media. So if you didn't know, that's how new I am to the whole thing. And I mean, these 2 years have flown by, but I had never even thought about doing social media. And I was like, let's go for 2 years. If we can see that there's any hope, I'll continue to chase that possibility of going somewhere with it. So huge thanks. Everything has just done amazing and everything's been going good. If you've ever noticed, since May of 2025, this is July. So for 2 years and 2 months, I've had on YouTube a single video come out once a week, if not twice a week. And then there's been times where I've posted 2 to 3 shorts a day, and I've been slacking. And that's just because I've been busy. If you'll stick with me, I'll kind of explain where I've been at. So back up to where I started 2 years ago on social media is, honestly, I thought the only thing that I would have going for me was off-roading. So that's what I started with, was just off-roading content. And that led to comments asking questions about how you did this, how you did that. Next thing I know, I start doing educational videos. And next thing you know, you post a short of an off-road scene, and then the educational video takes off. So I was like, heck, I didn't plan on that. So then therefore, everything escalated. The content just kept growing and growing. And it all worked out into my plate. The next thing, I never planned on, that's what I've never really said this out loud. I never planned on online sales. I never was set up. I didn't have internet. I didn't even have internet. I had to go to the local town, 30 minutes, well, Henderson, Tennessee, because they had good enough service you could upload a short. So every time you'd see me posting a short, that was me driving either to Corinth, Mississippi to go to somewhere Wi-Fi, or I'd go to Henderson, which had good service, college town. And my hometown doesn't have good enough service to post a video. So I was waiting on the internet, finally got Starlink. I had to pay the travel fee to get it. So, God, I get to elaborating, and it's just, anyway. So I was never set up for online sales. I didn't have a website. I never intended on it. I didn't have a way to do it. Next thing you know, people in your inbox just constantly hitting you up. You got this, you got this, you got this. And you'd go back and forth, messaging them. How can I pay you? Well, you got Venmo, you got Zelle. It's like, no, so I got those. Next thing you know, selling a computer. It doesn't change the story, whatever it is. What should be, go online, click a button, hit a button, you buy it, I put it in a box, ship it to you, it's done. That process turned into days, just going back and forth because I'm so busy with text messages and all that. Anyway, I seen where this was going. I was like, I got a backyard full of 1,000 Cherokees that we need to do something with them. So come up with a website. So my wife still has a full-time job working 40 plus hours, driving to work. And then I'm still trying to put money in my pocket to survive off of, and then take time to do the website. Neither of us really had time to do it, but we was destined to make this happen. So we invested some time in that. And it's just crazy. Like the other day, some little wiring harness ends is off wiring harnesses, some bad ones. I cut all them off, and I think it was a weekend. Me and her spent basically over a day taking pictures, writing down what they fit. She would list them on the computer, put them in like a categorize them. I'd come back in under, put the year models and all that stuff. So you think the little $14 plug that I'm selling for, it took me a day of my time to get listed. So the stuff nobody sees, nobody cares about, I get it. I just want you to understand what's going on. So that got to where she was working her full-time job, and then during the day, I'm either trying to do YouTube content or I'm trying to do my job, which is fix and sell Jeeps. And then 5 o'clock comes home, we eat supper, and the next thing you know, I need this and this and this that's sold on the website. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So that got overwhelming, and we had talked about her quitting her job to help me. but it's so scary. Like you don't know. Like social media is so wishy-washy, which I'll get to on the income. You don't want to base the income off of it. From where I'm at, if you're huge, I get it, but I'm not. But I am thankful for where I am for the time I put in. That's amazing. The next thing we thought about was like, let's see, I know my channel is small compared to like these huge channels. I was like, let's give away something small and just see, like the set of RCVs, those was $1,500. And I was like, let's just see if we can make a profit off that. And if you follow me enough, I don't care at all about being rich. If you see, got the same truck I've drove for 16 years. I drive a 03 beat up salvage title WJ. Live in an 800 square foot shop house. Like, anybody's human. They want to make money. But there's people, you watch the bigger channels buy exotic cars and stuff that I'm not going to elaborate on because you'll know who I'm talking about. But I don't care about that. I just want to see if we can put enough money in our pocket to survive to pay our bills. So we did the one giveaway. It was successful. You know, we didn't get rich off of it. We made enough to justify doing it. And then we did the rough country long arm giveaway. And we was basically just trying to learn promotion and stuff like that. That's so tricky. I'm not going to explain in this video, but when you do a good video on tutorial that's like everybody shares it, it gets lots of views. When you do a video on doing a giveaway, people swipe away so nobody watches it. So your advertisement for your giveaway gets no content. That makes it hard. I'm figuring that out. That's why you see the bigger channels put it in their videos. You don't want it to sound like you're trying to like shove it down your throat, but if you can't get it out there for people to see, it's like every time I do one, like I didn't even know this was going on. So I'm learning. I think we've got that figured out. It's just tricky to get it all lined up. Just in my regular life, I've just been penny pinching, trying to make this whole thing work out. And I had some money set aside and I didn't really know what to do with it. And I'd looked into investing in like CDs and stuff, just to have some sense of security of some money if something happens, because me and my wife had talked about her quitting and helping me. And again, it's scary. You don't know what's promised tomorrow, so it's just scary. So anyway, I'd looked into investing and then wound up, I'll tell after the deal happens, but I invested a pretty large amount of money with a buddy to do something, just a project. I'll explain that another day. I don't want it to go south on me. So that happens, and then out of nowhere, my wife admits she's quitting her job. I was like, oh my gosh. So that was great. That's what I wanted to happen. As far as financially, it put me a little more scared. And then I started paying attention. Like I said, I've only done YouTube videos 2 years. I could be dead wrong. I have no clue. From what I've witnessed, wintertime, people are sitting around doing nothing. As far as the income, they go up, they go up. And from the time, I would say like January, it just starts going down to the middle of summer, and then it comes back up. That's just what I've noticed. Could be dead wrong. I don't have a clue. But from, let's just say January to now, I'm gonna say, gosh, I ain't thought about that. I only make money on Facebook and YouTube. I don't make anything on TikTok. That's why you never see me on there. In my opinion, there's no point investing time that you don't have into something that doesn't benefit you. I mean, it gives you a little advertisement, but I don't know. That's just me personally. In the past few months, the income has went, God, is that 900% down? I think. Anyway, it's went substantially down. And like I said, I don't try to base my income off social media. It's nice when it is good money, but at other times, if you counted your time, it's terrible money. And if you do YouTube, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For the amount of time you put in, for the money you get, it's terrible. Where I'm at. Hopefully one day I'm up there where I can afford to do better videos and put time into them. But anyway, so there I go. I've invested some money. She's quit her job. So now she works for me, I guess is the word you'll say. Thankfully, she's the same way as me. Don't care about being rich. Drives a 2000 WJ. Just not worried about blowing a bunch of money. So that happens. I ain't making no money on content. That kind of sucks. And then out of nowhere, if you follow me and remember the Junkyard in Memphis that I bought like 200 Jeeps from, that guy texted me. I was like, okay, last time that was a good deal. That really helped me out, but it was very hurtful. You know, buying 2 to 3 Jeeps a week, I mean, that's, if you buy 2 a week, $700, it's $2,100 a week. And I'm not buying 2 or 3 a week. I'm buying, well, you'll see this trailer here in just a second. I'm gonna explain what's going on. But started out, he had 40 Jeeps, and then he went to 60 Jeeps, and then I show up and he's got 80 Cherokees, and then he's got 90, and then he's got 15 WJ or ZJs, and then he's like, do you even mess with WJs? And it's like, yeah. So then I was like, that number went up to the sky. So I'm trying to video that. It's gonna be very tricky, but basically, if you follow me, the guy is gonna bring in a crusher and take these Jeeps and sit them in this crusher and crush them and haul them off to scrap metal. So the field of Jeeps that I get hated on all the time, if you know 95% of those the same way, that's what I'm trying to avoid happening, is those Jeeps getting crushed. So some of them I'm buying at a complete loss and I know it, but some of them, if you watch the video, I'm coming out smelling great, so it averages out. But that's where I'm at. Hopefully I haven't talked too long. I don't think I have. And now I'll go show you where I'm at. But basically, that's what I was gonna say. Now, she's quit her job. She's helping me. So during the day when I had the spare time, I was doing content for YouTube. Now, we basically don't have a choice. We've got to figure out the website and online sales and how to ship stuff, all of that. So now I've got to dedicate more time with her, trying to figure that out, get stuff listed, and yeah, I'm just busy. So I haven't had time to film anything. This is the only video I've filmed in months. So yeah, let's walk around and show you some stuff, and then I'm gonna put the camera down, make sure I'm not missing nothing. But basically, I don't really have a choice but to take a break from YouTube, which kind of sucks at the moment. But like I said, if you back up, everything's down at the bottom. So I think everything's played out and laid out for this to happen. So yeah, and plus it's July, middle of July, so it's 95 degrees. So I get to sit in the truck and have blowouts. I done had like 9 blowouts over this whole endeavor. So let's go walk around and see where we're at. So luckily I've bought this kind of junky, but it's a 49-foot trailer, pretty lightweight, and luckily I've got a picture. It hauls 4 Cherokees barely. And right here, like I said, I don't know about this one, but 12 plies. They kept breaking the belts, so I've had blowout after blowout. There's a piece of tire laying there, so I had to put 14 plies on that. And then if you follow me close enough, you remember my brother helped me buy the first load of Jeeps from that junkyard. Well, then I helped my brother with the machine shop, so we pretty much agreed mentally that we was even. So I can't ask him to stop what he's doing like he did last time and afford to pay him to help me, but he agreed he'd go in the morning to pick up Jeeps and then he'd work after lunch. So he's hooked to my 40-foot gooseneck trailer, which will haul 3 Jeeps, and then my parents go sometimes during the day to get 1. I'm trying to get them haul 2 to just help out. So legitimately, we're working 16, 17 hours a day. Like, get up at 6 in the morning, drive straight there, load, come back at lunch, go back after another load, or go to town and pay bills and do things like that. Got fuel filters for my truck. I just changed those, rotated the tires, realized I hadn't changed the fuel filter since 19 and it's 26, or 25, sorry. But like I said, we'll come back after being on the road, and she's doing computer work, research and stuff while we're in the vehicle. But the other night we was up till 11 o'clock doing pistons. Again, had to be up at 6 in the morning, go pick up Jeeps. So that is gonna take up a lot of my time. So I don't have any time to spare, barely. I mean, you can see it's almost dark and I've got orders to do right now. It's Sunday. So yeah. Okay, so now let's show you some of the stuff I am working on and where I'm at. I don't even think nobody knows about this Jeep right here. It's the boy that used to work with me. He's donated it to the cause for the AW4 swap. And there's a little dilemma of that. I'll probably make a short video about that, but that Jeep's been sitting there for months. I apologize. I just haven't had time to touch it. And then Cody, I don't think nobody even knows. I don't think you can see it over there. See the pink cage. Cody had that cage rig, so we've teamed up, built Cody a Jeep, and I've been promising this roll cage that for months that I haven't even, yeah. So I'm going to build a roll cage. I wanted to video that now that I kind of know how to video. Last time the video wasn't too great on the roll cage. Comanche, I've got plans for it. That's another day. The line will come on. Yeah. Turbo Jeep, literally, crank it up. It's done. All it needs is a tune. Probably got to work on the turbo stuff, springs and valves and all that, but right now you put a battery on it, crank it up, it's ready to go. It just needs a tune. you can see it's just collecting dust. Stroker Jeep. Y'all know how much money I got in this, and I'd love to do something with it. Same thing. It's got the fuel pump in it. It's got everything ready to go. It just needs a tune. Got the axles. I think that video come out, didn't it? Yeah, so I've got the axles, big brakes. Gotta get some tires and wheels. Same thing. It ain't been sitting here as long. It's been inside. And then of course I got the Comanche with the LS in it. I don't know if I'll ever finish that. And here's a little noisy. That Jeep sitting there. Yeah. This one is almost done. I think well, I don't think I've told anybody. I got the sun visors. I redid that thing. Sorry about the lighting. And I've got a perfect headliner in it. So this Jeep is almost complete. I think I want to learn how to do a windshield. Next on the list, this thing, since the last time y'all seen it on video, that's where it's at. I think the transmission pan rusted through. Got my golf clubs oily. This one is the one I did the piston video on. Got a headliner for it, content for it, but yeah, and this is just one I saved. I ain't made no headway. This one, put the brand new motor in it, crunk it up, drove it to where it sits. I ain't touched it at all. We're trying to make a table to sell the headliners, if you didn't know about that. Just a lot going on. All right, it's about to get dark, but let's hop on this thing and go show you. I think most people know because I got like 9,000 of the votes on Bleeping Jeep. I'm about wrecked. Too bad. Well, I'll talk when I get down there. It's noisy. Just like stuff nobody sees. Like this culvert keeps blowing out. And I've added a second culvert. And I had to do all this stuff by myself. I had to dig this ditch out. And then right over here, I had to add another culvert. It's just the things that nobody sees that has to happen. And I know nobody cares. I get that. But y'all just see me on my happy time when I'm doing fun stuff and think that I just have all the time in the world. But I don't. Most of y'all know I was moving Jeeps around. I don't know when I'll finish that. There's some orange Jeeps. So yeah, right there's gonna be 100 something Jeeps moved over here. Just hasn't happened. So right here, you can't tell. I'll have to add pictures. That is, what is it called? I don't remember what he named it. The Bleeping Jeep Beast Wars $5,000 challenge or something like that. I've been dying to do one of those. So I signed up for it and I wasn't thinking that I don't have time to do this, but as you can see, I'm trying to do a different video than usual. We're down here in the junkyard. I'm about halfway done with the motor, but I ain't finished getting it running. So that'll be a pretty interesting series from my take of views. And then I'll go show you some of the Jeeps we bought. Oh, if you don't remember, down there was my row of anything besides Jeeps. They are all now up there. Well, I ain't gonna ride over there. There's a bunch of Chevys and Dodges and stuff that y'all don't care about. So yeah, go check out some of the Jeeps. So I ain't said the number yet, because I don't know how many I'm buying, but if you remember right here at the end of this, I had like 50 vehicles, and this is not my land. Luckily, I'm able to use it, but this is not. But after I found out how many I was buying, I got to thinking, I was like, where are you gonna put them? So this is the only field available, and we're packing them in there pretty tight. Radiator hose. So far, I've only been getting Cherokees, and like, some of these are terrible. They're worthless. They're not worth me even buying. I mean, that one is got a motor. But again, I'm gonna say it when I do the video for these. I'm gonna say it like 47,000 times. If I didn't buy these, the guy was gonna bring a crusher in and crush every single one of these, including the one I'm about to show you, and they'd be gone. So, like that one that's got a red fender flare, it'd be gone. All these that just have, I don't know, harnesses. What is this on a 99? I guarantee there's somebody that needs that harness. It would have been crushed, gone, forever. Header panel, got a little blemish again. So, I'm buying a bunch of Jeeps, and that's taking up a lot of my time. Let me go show you the one that would have been crushed. I'd have cried. Hell, I'm tearing up now. So, I don't know for a fact if he would have crushed this one, but I know I bought it for the same price that I bought the other crushed ones. They're going to be crushed, but 99. Oh, I about fell. I don't know what's wrong with it. I mean, this is just the way I bought it. Headliner's been redone. Everything's straight. There's very minuscule rust around the trailer hitch. It's not even bad at all. I'll stick the camera up there, but I don't think you can tell. Ain't nothing wrong with it. This side's straight. This side's straight. So, in my opinion, I would call this mint. In my opinion. Look under the hood. This is just the way I bought it. I know there's no light. Pretty daggum clean 99 Cherokee. Fully complete. It's even got a converter. I mean, it's just untouched. If I have my opinion where it come from, I'm gonna say I wouldn't say rich person had it, but probably somebody that didn't need it, let it sit, and then fuel pump went out, and probably just sold it cheap. That'll definitely get fixed up back in the shop. So, like, every time you buy a set of pistons, appreciate it, number one. But if you notice it's dark, I forgot to add this part. I had to drive, it's not that far, 15 mile this way, 15 mile back, just to go to UPS to drop them off to get them shipped. So, I'll show you something I'm building, which ain't crazy elaborate, but it's gonna help us out a lot. That's what I used to. I'd go to town every single day to lunch, to eat lunch with my wife and deliver parts to ship to y'all. So now we're home. We don't have to waste time going to town every single day, which should help out. And if you can see, I got the jumbo mailbox, but now I'm working on it. But you can see, got a nice floor. And now we can put packages in here, and then you can go on the internet, hit a button, and they will come pick it up from there. So just little things like that that you don't see. Guess who built all that? It's not elaborate, but I've dug holes and blah, blah, blah. I think I bought one that was too long, but it'll be all right. So, I don't know where this scene will go. I just forgot to film it. Back to the video. So, like, back in the shop, there's the AW4 for that Jeep. Just got to make that happen. Got some content coming with the engine. Here's the engine y'all don't know about as a project. And then I've got wiring harnesses, standalone harnesses. Been building those. You can see like these connectors, that's what I said. Just like box bagging them up, putting them in stock, figuring all that. Got stacks of orders to do. It's just from the weekend, so appreciate y'all. So yeah, let me sit down and make sure I'm not missing nothing. I know I am, always do. So I'd be an idiot for saying that I'm trying to outsmart social media, because you know they got everything figured out. But I always say it's like two different ways to look at it. Like a nicotine high, if you ever smoked a cigarette, you get a nicotine high. In the next 2 years you're smoking cigarettes trying to get that same nicotine high. Go to anybody's Facebook page, YouTube page, doesn't matter, and you'll see one random video that gets like 100 times their normal views. Like their channel normally gets 2,000 to 5,000 views, and all of a sudden they got one that has like 200,000. It's like, what in the world? It's the same way with shorts. Same, you know, you go look at all my shorts, they'll get 20 to 50,000 views, and all of a sudden you'll see one that gets like 4 million. That's what it is. So I figured out, as far as the money part, they'll raise you up and you'll think this is great, and they'll bring you back down to the scum of the bottom, and next thing you know you're like just clawing away trying to get back up to that top. So I can see that, and I'm not deathly worried about trying to make that kind of money. So I'm just like, it's on this downhill. I'm gonna sit back and do what I need to do. And as far as like buying the Jeeps, this is gonna take months. So me getting up at 6 in the morning, getting done hauling Jeeps, unloading them, putting them away, and then working till 10 or 11 o'clock at night, there's just no time to do content. So if you see me doing videos that look lazy that I normally wouldn't do, that's just me trying to be here so you don't forget I exist. Winter rolls back around, I've got good ideas, it's just time. I can't produce time, and I'm the only one that can do some of the stuff that needs to be done. So it's not like I could hire somebody. If I hired somebody to go get those Jeeps, I would be flat broke. I don't care to admit that. So it comes back to me getting them and all that. There's one more thing I was gonna say. Let's just end it. I know you're probably tired of hearing me talk. Hopefully I made it too long. So this is not me quitting. This is just what I've said. I'm gonna take a break and do the things that I need to do. And when it comes back around, hopefully everybody's done their summer vacation, went to the beach, not been paying attention to YouTube, which I fully understand because I haven't myself. So I get it. When everything gets lined back up, hopefully I'll be back on that ramp and everything's going great. So appreciate your patience. This is not like, I hope you don't take it as a rant video. Like, I'm just trying to explain where I'm at, what I'm doing, what's going on. So when everything gets back in line and we figure out the website, how to make a steady income, I can get back to doing the things. Because I'll be completely honest, if you think that I'm making money off of the videos that I put the content in, unless it's one like this where I'm just sitting there talking, it's a complete loss. Like, I did a headlight video the other day. I had $1,500 invested in some headlights. I made about, I don't want to lie, I made about a 1/15 of what I had invested. So it's very degrading. You just have to put your head down, keep moving forward. But I'm gonna go edit this video. It's 8:15. I'd love to get it out tonight because it's Sunday, but I don't know how much edit I'll actually have to do to this. So if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Bear with me. And for the near future, we're working on the website, but if you need a part, that's what I've been trying to explain. If you need a part and you can go to eBay and it's $50, and you go to my website and it's $55. I've seen a lot of people do it, and I greatly appreciate that. Just think if you'd rather give $5 extra to somebody like me that's put out how many hundreds of videos to help you out, and it's just a small circle. That's like I started selling the headliners, and yes, you can go on eBay and buy it right now cheaper, but you don't know who you're supporting. So if there's something on there and it's not listed, go shoot me an email on the website. There's a contact form, and we'll try to get it out to you. But until we get on our feet, get everything squared back away, get those Jeeps moved, which is going to take forever, I'll be back. So appreciate it very much. You made it this far. I just wanted to spill that out there. And it's one of those, again, very few people don't care, and I get it. But if you watch to this point, you do care. Thank you. So have a good day. I'll see you when I'm back on my feet.